Okay, guys, I'm gonna talk about my thoughts about Romeo, bruh. So basically, get this. They fired the only guy doing anything. The only guy doing anything around here, right? They're like, oh, you've been let go, I guess. And they announce it like this. This is the new bum owner who does absolutely nothing and has done nothing. So why even hire this guy? But anyway, I digress. After several, I'll read this out. After several discussions and careful consideration, we've made the decision to part ways with Romeo. Okay, right? First of all, big mistake. Okay, let's keep going. And end his involvement with the project. As Romeo is stepping away, this is the first issue right here. As Romeo is stepping away from management, they really make it sound like he did this himself. Where two sentences ago, this wasn't the case. Dave made the decision to part ways with Romeo, but Romeo's the one stepping away? No, you're pushing him. He's being pushed away by you guys for no reason. The only guy around here who is genuinely willing to take charge and the only person who has interacted with the community since day one, literally out the door. Goodbye. There's some cool, I want to showcase some cool Romeo art. This is a cool one made by this person. Very good art. But okay, then at 9:44 p.m. they say, just letting you guys know, we have no idea why they fired Romeo. This person right here, server moderator staff, right? So please stop bothering us with the we want context. Only higher-ups know. This is important for later. Only the higher-ups know why Romeo was just thrown to the wolves. Look at this. I'm just gonna say, look at this. Okay, and now this. We go to the content creators place. Every single content creator is on this. Hashtag justice for Romeo. Hashtag justice for Romeo. This is even your own content creators don't agree with what you thought up in your think tank. Because this is the stupidest idea of all time. Nobody is on these guys' sides. Now, remember when I said, keep this in, keep in only higher-ups in your mind. Keep that in your mind. Because recently, as of recording, they've put out this right here. Now, nobody cares. I'm going to be honest, nobody cares about this. Who was talking about this? Like, genuinely, everybody's there. I feel like now I might just be out of the loop, but nobody's talking about this to the extent that this feels like a distraction. This feels like they are trying to be like, oh, everybody's talking about the game being sold right now. Ayo! Nobody gives two dude. They're not talking about what we really care, what clearly everybody really cares about. Now, bro has something. This is so be, so buy. I don't care about this person at all anymore. Never have. Now, they said something about it, right? This person right here, this is another server moderator, said, also this, since some misinfo has been spreading around. Okay? So some misinformation's been spreading. Let's read this tweet from Mr. Sobi. And no, it wasn't Lua, the new co-owner, who made the final call. I'm hearing too much about this whole Romeo situation. This is their game, by the way. Their game. And they're hearing too much about the controversies in their game. I'm so sorry your game is such a blight to you. Why'd you make it? Why be a public figure? So just shut up in the first place. And I don't want to be involved. Don't want to be involved. I'm stepping away from the game. Don't fire. Like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Why would you? I don't want to be involved. Right? Hear this? Genuinely so out of the, whoa, that's a bad word, loop. Let's scroll back up. Only the higher-ups know. The higher-ups don't even know. Who fired him? Clearly somebody's lying here. Because, oh, it wasn't Lua. Oh, Sobi doesn't know what's going on. What literally did PR fire Romeo? Because I doubt that. Oh, did one of the game moderators fire Romeo? To know you're literally the owner, brother. You are lying. Sobi and the entire dev team are so abhorrently terrible at communicating. The one person who actually cared and actually communicated well, they decide to get rid of. Now let's see what Romeo had to say. So this is Romeo's statement right here. This is what he posted on Twitter. Hello. I don't know how it's to come about this, but I just woke up and I was told by a higher up, again, a higher up. Just let that sink in. He's also saying higher up. That's weird verbiage everybody's using. I was told by a higher up that my time with OM as a manager is over. So I guess I really will be gone from the team. This was really upsetting to wake up to, considering I just went on my first big break for mental health. But if team thinks that it's best to lay me off fully, do these guys get paid? I'm going to be genuine here, because I thought this was like, there's no way to donate. I thought this was like a kind of passion project. So there's no reason to fire anybody. I'm going to be honest, they got rid of him on the team because they were jealous. I'll get into that later now that I just thought about that. But anyway, this is fueled by jealousy. Don't send any hate towards them. Too late, bud. I still love you guys. I don't know what to do now since a sudden decision ruins a lot of my future community plans. Keep this in mind too. Keep that he had a ton of plans in the future for us, for the people. Romeo's a people guy. Anyway, but I'll be thinking on everything extensively. I'll need time to think on a lot of things. And here he says that he doesn't know what's going to happen with Starved in Furnace, but he was told that his involvement in the project is over. He's was constantly posting new the characters before they'd come out. Me and the homies, I'll say this myself, gathered around the fire watching these. That's a metaphor, obviously, but we would all sit there and watch his videos of the characters before they come out, because you want to know who is the one uploading him playing as it in Publix. By the way, he would go and play with other people, not in Publix, you know, the testing, but you know what I mean. He would go and play with the testers. And genuinely, he was a great guy. And now, okay, remember what I said about jealousy and future community plans. Now let's go back to Discord and let's go back to the announcement, right? What he said about why Romeo is stepping away, being pushed away, the uncertainty around long-term availability, which, let's link this back really quick. I thought about this right now. We go here. It wasn't him who made the final call, but like, if he knows everything about it, I don't know. I feel like that's a little weird. This guy had, you know, he didn't do it, but he knows everything about it. Ruins a lot of my future community plans. Oh, but he's not active enough. When these guys go weeks without posting, he literally said he had plans. What plans do these guys have? Because you know what? They haven't communicated a single bit about their plans. But as soon as this game went down, as soon as Sobi chickened out of his job because it got too much for him being a public figure, Romeo was right there saying, don't worry, guys. I'm going to make sure that we have community events constantly to keep the game up and running. And I'll find the screenshot for the video. But that guy, the same guy that said that, apparently isn't available enough for you. I think that's dumb, and that contradicts itself completely. And their priority is to ensure the team is set up for consistency and stability. You want to know who has been consistently there for us since the day one? Romeo. Who is Lua guy? What has he done? At least you could say Sobe made like 2011. What is it? Who are you? You come in here. I'm so happy. I love being the co-owner. What have you ever done? Genuinely. All you've done is fire the one person who the entire community agreed that they cherished, that they loved. Wait, there's Romeo art right here. This was posted the same. There's Romeo art right here, and this is perfect. This was drawn by this person right here, Red Hot Doge. Great artwork, nice Amy Rose. There's a showcase. But there, it's right here. This is the person who we're just gonna get rid of, and then silence. It's been the only thing we've gotten is all the higher ups don't know what happened either, and oh wait, we're gonna sell our game maybe, huh? What if we sold it? What if we sold it? Nobody like this is the stupidest and most incompetent dev team that has ever graced the Roblox platform. If we go to Rollamons, right, and we go to the like percent, yikes, it's going down. Look at that. Yeah, something happened at 4 o'clock the other day. Huh, I wonder what happened at 4 o'clock yesterday. The favorites down. Just trash game. Bad devs. Trash game. And I like this game. And you know what? I genuinely was so happy when Romeo said he was going to stick around and do everything he was going to do. And there's filled with so much jealousy because they're so incompetent and incapable of doing absolutely anything that they have to remove the one person that just showed off because he was so flashy and he wanted to do things. And you know what? Because of that, they threw him to the wolves, like I said, because they're jealous. Anyway, yeah, make sure to like, subscribe.